Alright guys, today we are taking a little bit of an evening stroll. We've got a brand new camera system and we've got a new microphone to test out. So this is what it's gonna be about. And on top of that, we're just gonna chop it up, talk a little bit, and just enjoy the evening. Got out of work, things are calm at home, and it seems like the streets are calm as well. Last time I took this stop sign, I stalled, so that was redemption. I was watching a video of the Dragon's Tail in, I think it's, either somewhere in Georgia or South Carolina or something like that. Oh, Chris, that was for you, bro. 1 for 1, baby. Let's see how many others we find. Got the biker wave back. My brother was making fun of me because I got rejected by the group of bikers. So that's funny. I was watching videos of, some guys riding the tail of the dragon. Dude, I would love to do that, but you really have to focus. I mean, you can't even enjoy the views if you're going to be riding that thing, because one, head turn going wrong, you're pretty much dead, I would say, unless a tree saves you, which doesn't really help that if you fall off your bike and slam into a tree, right? But I guess an injury is better than death. So I saw that, and that's awesome, dude, but I don't even know if I'd be ready for that right now. Definitely not with this bike. The guys that I saw, they actually had road glides and stuff like that, so they were, scraping pegs and stuff like that, a couple times there. Speaking about road glides, I'd be interested in knowing the amount of people who, whose future goal is to actually own a road glide and, make that their bike to ride. I actually would love to own one in the future, but I know that I have different types of stepping stones that I have to have before that. So I'm actually in the search for a different type of bike, not because I feel that I've already outgrown this one, or I'm too much of a I know too much now and I need to change my bike or whatnot. It's just more of a comfort and enjoyment thing, and additionally be able to ride with my wife or take my kids on a stroll. I took my kids to their soccer practice on the bike a couple times on this bike, and it pretty much just feels like I'm just pushing the damn limits. So I didn't like that. On top of that, I had to rise up the or lift up the suspension. I don't know the technical name for it, but I had to adjust the suspension to the highest setting, and now it's a pain to bring it down for when I ride alone. So it's just a little too much to have to do to simply enjoy the ride, not only by myself but with my family. So I think that it is the right call. I wouldn't feel comfortable spending $30,000 on a bike that I have no experience in, and that I'm gonna be sort of afraid to ride in case I drop it or anything like that. So it's just not the right call. So I am thinking of upgrading hopefully soon, and I am thinking of getting either a Street Bob. They're looking pretty nice, and I think that the step down from the road glide is, in my opinion, a lowrider ST. But I also don't have lowrider ST funds right now, so as much as I would want to get one of those, it's not in the near future, I would say. So the substitute for that would be either a lowrider S, which is pretty close to a lowrider ST price anyway. But oh, Chris, this is for you, my boy. 2 for 2. Let's see if we got it. Yes, sir, my boy. Proving my brother wrong. Aside from that, obviously the Street Bob is something that you could kind of customize to make look like a small or mid-sized cruiser, which is something that I feel like fits me right now. I don't need a big ass bike or a super powerful bike, and they come with the Milwaukee 8s which is, from what I've read, a very reliable engine. And on top of that, they look pretty cool. They're not oversized. They're extremely powerful if you get, like a 107 or something like that. So that's hopefully in the plans. If I find a lowrider S, in reality, to make it an ST, what I would probably need is a fairing and some baggers. So that's that'll make things easier. Obviously the price point will be a little high, but I think it'll be worth it for the simple fact that it'll be less work. It'll be a bike that I could probably keep for longer than a Street Bob. Fucking bitch. From there, sky's the limit, right? Once I'm comfortable and more familiar with everything that comes with riding, and I kind of take it, blindly and just make it mine. That'll be the next goal. So I am in the market for one of those, probably either a lowrider S or a Street Bob. And I'm even looking in other states like New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. I'm down to take a trailer up there and pick a bike up if the deal is good enough. I actually put this bike up for sale already just to get some extra cash for that, to fund a bigger bike. When I was at the Harley dealer and I was sitting on a couple bikes, the shifters on those type of bikes are so much better than what I have, man. I don't have a lot of flexibility on my ankles, but there's times when I'm going out of first into second. Like, I literally just did it as I said it, bro. For some reason I click up and I don't go into second. Instead I go into neutral. And I know that can happen to new riders, but the truth of the matter is that I make sure I click up intentionally, like hard, like not hard but firm, because I know that it's something that has happened to me in the past and that continues to happen to me in this bike. And for some reason it keeps happening to me on this bike. And as I was saying, obviously I was doing it intentionally, like firm, to like make sure that it didn't happen to me, and it happened to me. So when I tried those other bikes, and I actually tried the shifter on those, man, it was so much better, to the point where it was like it was like audible and tactile, like you could feel it. And I pretty much, that kind of sealed the deal for me. As a car driver, I've always given bike riders, more space than they probably need. I've never really been the one to like ride fucking bikes' asses and shit like that. But now as someone who is riding a motorcycle every so often, I do see it like that. People just really don't give a fuck. Oh, Chris, let's see what happens here. It's a group of two. They may be flexible a little bit. Yes, sir. 2 for 3, Christian was good. One thing I noticed, pretty proud of myself. I think I mentioned it in one of my first videos. I've never been the type of guy that, I'm still pretty much not the type of person that, likes to take selfies and post pictures and take pictures and things like that, even, group pictures or anything like that. But I found that for some reason doing these videos, I don't, exactly care about seeing myself on video. Another thing that has always been weird to me is hearing my voice. For example, if I hear my voice on a video, or on any type of recording, it's like, oh, that's what I sound. I sound differently, I guess, to others than I sound to myself. So that was one thing that kind of I got over like really, really fast. For some reason, like I don't even mind hearing myself. I feel like my voice sounds normal now. My boy, 4 for 4, was good. One thing I'm happy about, the fact that I actually got to upgrade not only the camera, but I also got to upgrade the microphone, and now they actually pair to each other. Before, I had to record the audio on my phone and synchronize it with the video footage of the camera of the GoPro. So that's gonna save a lot of headache and time and things like that. So I'm actually excited. I hope this is actually my first test drive with it, so I'm pretty sure it may not be perfect. I'm assuming that I'm gonna have to adjust some type of settings, and so my wife was originally supposed to keep this bike so that she could learn on, and also just for her to ride with me. And she ended up changing her mind. She's no longer going to get her motorcycle permit, it seems like, at least for the time being. So, which is okay. So what's going to happen is that I am going to sell this. I know I already mentioned it, but I don't remember if I gave you guys the background of it, of what the plans were at the time. So plans have changed essentially. She'll end up just riding backpack, and I'll end up getting a bigger bike and using the funds from this for a different one, which is really much going to help me get something nicer with more power, and something that I'm gonna enjoy riding a little more. And by the way, Chris, I'm not gonna be one of those guys. Even if I ride around with an MC or with a few guys or whatever, I will not be the guy that doesn't wave back, man. Because I don't even. The first guy that ever gave me my first biker wave has no idea that he gave me my first biker wave, and I was ecstatic, dude. I was like, holy shit, I'm official. It was real. And I was like, I just felt fulfilled, like pretty much like getting on the highway. Something so small like that literally made my fucking ride. So yeah, I won't be doing that. I won't be that guy. Give your kids a little rev.